Right. I thought with this video, because I've been celebrating for the last 4 days now since the Champions League final, and I keep watching it over and over again. But we've had so much analysis about Liverpool, so much good stuff about Liverpool. I actually wanted to go from another perspective. I want to talk about Tottenham. I want to talk about why Tottenham didn't win the final, because a lot of people are not talking about it, and I think it's actually quite a key talking point. I personally think we did enough. Liverpool, we did enough to win the final, but I think Tottenham lost that final. And what I mean by obvious, when you hear that, it sounds a bit obvious. Yes, we know Tottenham lost the final, but what I mean by that is I think Tottenham had a fantastic opportunity to take advantage of our position, because we weren't up for it. We were there for the taking. Liverpool were there for the taking. The mad thing was we got the experience from last year, but I think that almost gave us a bit of stage fright on there. I don't think it was fatigue and going to Marbella. I don't think it was having the 3 weeks off to an extent. I don't think it was having the 3 weeks off. I think it was us being in the final the year before, not winning the title, and being so desperate to take some kind of trophy, some silverware back. And the biggest prize is on the table there. And then when we scored, we have one hand on it. And I think Liverpool then was like, we need this title. So I think it affected our gameplay. I think on form Dele Alli, on form Lucas Moura, on form Eriksen, and Son playing how he was, because Son was okay in the final. I think they beat us 2-1. I think they would have beaten us 2-1. I'm honest enough to say that. I think they fluffed it. And I think they fluffed it because Harry Kane's selfishness lost them the title. I honestly believe that. And again, people might think I'm talking rubbish saying that Harry Kane is selfish. But let me tell you why I think Harry Kane is selfish, right? You've been out since, the beginning of April, right? He hadn't played a match. And he's injured. And ankle injury it was. Yeah, ankle injury. They're hard. Those are hard to recover from initially anyway, right? He hasn't played any competitive football. Lucas Moura has just scored a hat-trick in the round before and is on fire. He's ready to go. He's chomping at the bit. He's ready to go, right? Yes, it's a Champions League final. I know Harry Kane is desperate. He's hungry for titles. He's hungry for honours, yeah? I know that. I recognise it. But Harry Kane, I know Harry Kane wasn't honest with Pochettino about his fitness. I know he wasn't. I know he wasn't. I know what Harry Kane would have done. Harry Kane, from the character that I see in interviews and how he is on the pitch, even like the situation last year that I spoke about when he was trying to claim the goal. He wanted the golden boot and he didn't touch the ball. And he's fighting Eriksen to take the goal off him, right? Because he's desperate to be the golden boot winner. I believe Harry Kane has gone in there. Poch is like the doctors might have said you're all clear in terms of your body, like the body's okay, but now that your body's okay, are you match fit to go and play the game? And I think Poch would have said to him, yo, are you fit? Are you like 80 to 90% fit at least that we can put you out? And instead of Kane saying, nah, I'm not, listen, I can play, but I'm not 100%. Put me on the bench, right? And let Moura go out there and play the game, right? Harry Kane, he wants to be the captain. He wants to stand out there in the final with the armband and be lining up with the Champions League anthem playing. He sees that in his head. That's his dream. He wants to do it. And that's what I believe he did. That's what I believe he did. I believe he I don't want to say he lied. I just don't think he was honest about his fitness to Pochettino. And Pochettino, no sensible manager is really going to say, if Harry Kane is saying he's fit, and he is, no sensible manager is going to leave him out. There's no doubt that you're going to play him because he can score from outside the box, inside the box. He can win a game by himself. Penalties, he can do all of it. Don't get it twisted. Harry Kane is a wicked player. But no sensible manager is gonna know that he's got that player, and then the guy saying I'm 100% and then doesn't play him. You put him in a difficult position. That situation is for Harry Kane to be like, listen, boss, I'm being honest with you, I could probably do 30 minutes second half. I can do my best 30 minutes second half and extra time if we have it. Yeah. Let Lucas Moura play the first half. He deserved it. Scored a hat-trick. And that's, to me, is what lost the final. Because all of a sudden, Son, he knows when he's getting the ball and he's trying to ping something to Kane, and Kane ain't doing his normal runs for it. And when the ball's going up against Van Dijk and he's not winning the battles against Van Dijk, your teammate knows. Your teammate can look and say, "Bruh, man's not up for it today. I can see it. Something's not right. He can't move how he's moving." You know it, because I've done it before. You put a through ball through and your man's not running for it. And you're like, what's that about? So the next time you're not putting it through to him because you're like, oh, I know he ain't going to get that. So all of a sudden, Son is overcompensating and running around, and he's trying to take on players and then trying to finish it himself. And that's what was happening. That is why a lot of the time, when you look at the second half in particular as well, you can see Harry Kane is literally a pedestrian, and you can see Son is trying to run at our defenders and get the shot off. And you think about it, Son now, when he is getting past, not even past the player, but when he's freeing up the ball where he can hit a pass, he's got two pedestrians up there. He's got Kane and he's got Dele Alli. Dele Alli was horrific, and I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know if he's raving. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not serious at the moment, Dele Alli. So you had one forward player out of the three that was playing. And that was the problem. Then you look at the midfield and you're saying to yourself, you got Sissoko, but Harry Winks, to me, I don't know what the rave is about him. They were raving on like Harry Winks. When I think his percentages for the game were really good. Harry Winks never played one killer ball in that game. And that to me is how you should measure a central midfielder who is going to be the link man or the attacking midfielder. I don't want to see you going. We used to have Joe Allen at Liverpool. Joe Allen used to just put the ball to the sides. His passing percentage used to be like 90%. 85, 90, 95%. Joe Allen didn't play hardly any killer balls. Joe Allen was just to the side, back, to the side, 90% on the Opta stats. So on paper, he looks like a fantastic player. When you're watching the game, he's not affecting the game. And that's what Harry Winks, to me, was doing. I didn't see him play no killer passes in that match. You know what I mean? He didn't do like a De Bruyne, takes the ball, bang, and it's just right for the striker to follow on to it. He didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Pochettino, he made a few errors. The main error is not playing Lucas Moura. That's how I think why I think Tottenham lost that game. Tottenham could have done a lot better than they did. And Eriksen goes missing as well. I don't know why they're going to offer him a new contract. To me, sell Eriksen, because he's not. I don't know what he's doing. He's coasting at Tottenham. Man. So when I looked at that, I said to a friend of mine in the barbershop, right? I want Kane to play. I pray that Harry Kane declares himself fit. Because if he declares himself fit, Tottenham will lose the final. Not even Liverpool will win the final, I'm phrasing it exactly like that. Tottenham will lose the final if Harry Kane declares himself fit. And I bet you he will. And he did it. I don't know. Put a comment in the comment section if you think different of what I'm saying, or if you think I'm chatting rubbish. But I firmly believe Harry Kane, his selfishness is part of what cost Tottenham the final against us. So that's my opinion. I'd like to hear other people's opinions on that. If you agree with me, if you don't. But yeah, that's my opinion on why Tottenham lost the final. It was a great chance for you guys, and I think you just blew it. And it's Harry Kane's fault. And Dele Alli.